Let's start with some team news then. I think the big news everyone's asking is about João Pedro. Is he still training, and is he any closer to playing on Sunday?
Yeah, so he will train today with the team, and then we have to see how it's going. If he can train fully, if he can do all the movements. Of course, we won't take any risk, but he will be part of the training today.
Yeah. Any other team news as well to report from the midweek?
Yeah, the rehab players, they continue their rehab pretty good. I'm really happy to see them working. So Kruda is back on the pitch. I think he will be also returning in the next few days to the team training. We have Matt O'Reilly, who's in a very good shape, who's also trying to train already in the gym, doing different stuff. James Milner, his process is doing good, so I'm happy that all the players are working hard on their comeback, and I'm hoping that they will be back soon.
Yeah, you had a good result against Wolves in midweek, but I want to focus on your last two Premier League games. Against Arsenal, 22 shots against 10 men, 1 goal. Against Ipswich, 21 shots, no goals. How much have you missed someone like João Pedro in the last couple of weeks?
So he played also against Arsenal. They scored, of course. It would be easy as a coach to say, we miss João Pedro, and if João Pedro would have played against Ipswich, we would have won. But then that's not the kind of my working and of my philosophy. For me, it's important about like creating the chances, and we create the chances. And on top of that, I think every player wants to score, and they don't do it on purpose to miss a shot in front of the goal. So my solution is more in thinking then we have to create more chances. Then we have to force it more, to attack the box maybe with more players, to be more convinced of scoring. I think it starts with the individual attitude, how I sprint in the box. Do I do it with 89%? Do I do it with 95%? Or do it with 100%? So how bad do I want to score? And therefore, I think we missed the last step in making or in creating more chances against Ipswich, and that's a solution where we try to work on. But I will never judge a player by don't scoring, because I'm sure every player wants to score.
Yeah, and just finally for me, looking at the Liverpool game last weekend, Nottingham Forest are probably going to play a very similar style of play to what Ipswich played last weekend. They'll sit in a low block, they'll attempt to hit you on the counter-attack. How impressed have you been of them, and what have you been working on in training to sort of counteract what perhaps went a little bit wrong last week?
Yeah, so it's not so easy to work a lot in a training session if you have a Carabao Cup game during the week, but of course we do a lot of analysis, and we know the strength from Nottingham. It's very impressive how they start in the season. They have great counter-pressing players, the wingers of Hudson-Odoi, with Elanga, with Wood as a striker. It's amazing how they do it. It's also amazing how compact they defend, especially against Liverpool. It shows there's a great togetherness in this team. They are very compact. They defend very close to each other, so it will be a challenge to find their solutions. And on top of that, of course, we have to stop their transition moments. We have to be very good in counter-pressing, very good in rest defense, and it will be a challenge for us. But I think we managed it quite well against Ipswich. Of course, they had one big chance after a transition moment, but that's exactly one key for us where we're working on. So it's not only about good and rest defense, it's also about the reaction we have. So how fast to react when we do a mistake, and this will be a key in this match especially, but also I think in all the matches, because every team has the skill to do good transition moments in the Premier League.
Thank you.
Fabian, good to see you. Mats Wife, he got minutes in midweek. Would you say he's available to start? Would you say he's in a good enough place to be able to start this weekend if needed?
He will be an option, yes.
Still unbeaten. How pleased are you that start you've made, while you're getting your ideas across, where you're getting your demands across, where you're getting your expectations across, that's an ongoing process, but you've been able to make this start anyway.
Yeah. Football, the most important is results, or are the results, and of course results help you to keep working, and that the belief in the idea is there, and I think that's very important. But it was only a start, now it's about keep doing it, keep improving. There are a lot of things where we can improve. There are a lot of things where we have to do better. We have to be much more consistent in all phases of the game. So against Ipswich, for example, we played the first half very good. We come out from the halftime. We were very dominant. Then we lose the structure a little bit, and there we need to stay more calm, believe in our own ability, in our own quality, stay structured till the 90 minutes, because it increases the percentage of scoring, and don't get wild, don't do individual things. That's very important. We also had the same against Wolverhampton. We played a good first half, and in the second half we lost a little bit our structure, and these are things where we have to keep working on, and therefore a good start helps you, but now it's about making the next step, pushing the limits, and that's what I demand from my team.
Carlos Baleba had opportunities to bed in at the football club last season, but his start to the campaign has impressed fans. He was excellent again the other night for you in the Cup. Is he already showing everyone how key a role he can play for you moving forward this season?
I think he's a great player, and he's developing fast, improving fast. He's adapting to the ideas very quick, so he understands it. But like I always said, he has still so much potential. So when we go really in the details, there's so many things where he can improve, and our job is to help him, to give him this environment where he can improve. And I have like a great staff. I have great experts who helped him every day. So my assistant coaches, my analysts work with him individually. Crofty, also Max, my analyst, work with him almost every day, talk to him every day. And that's very important for young players, that they always get a feedback and a fast feedback after their performance. And it's very important to find a balance about giving him a positive feedback, but also saying to him like this and that, you have to improve. And I think that's very important to not stagnate in your development, to always try to improve.
Are you seeing your group improving all the time from day one, your arrival to where you are at this moment in time already?
I see the development, I see the improvement. Of course, it's not about, it doesn't happen overnight. So we have to be clear about that. It's a process. There are some habits what they had in the past, and to change habit, it takes time. That's the natural way. But you can only do it by giving them feedback all the time, by working with them, and that's the key what we try to do. And on top of that, the most important is that the individual player wants to improve. And what I recognize here is that every player has this mindset. I come to the training ground, I do everything for me and my body and for my mindset to improve myself and to help the team. And that's always the basic thing. If you don't have this, you can sit in front of them and tell them do that or that, but if they are not convinced and don't want to, or they don't have this inner motivation to improve themselves, you have no chance.
Fabian, I know it was before you were here, but last season the club was quite reliant on João Pedro and his goals. How encouraging is it to see the likes of Carlos Baleba, Simona Dingra, Ferdi Kadioglu providing goals from other parts of the pitch? How important is that, especially in João's absence at the moment?
Yeah, it's very important that not only we know, also the opponent knows that we have several players who have the ability to score, who have the ability to make the difference. And again, I think every team in the Premier League has also like this key player, has this player who makes the difference. And in our way, it's João Pedro. But like I said before, we have also like other great players who can make the difference. We have Mitoma, he can make the difference. Simon can make the difference. Also Minte can make the difference. Danny Welbeck already scored. We have now Jorginho Rutter. We have now Evan Ferguson, where everyone knows he has the ability to make goals. We have young players in the midfield like Carlos and Yassin. They all have the ability to score, so we have to make them score. We have to help them, that they increase their percentage of making assists, of making goals, and that's our job to develop them and to make a team who's not only fixed on one players, and that's very important.
Because when you arrived, you said you found set pieces really important part of the game. How do you think that's progressing so far this season?
I think it's a phase of the game where we can improve. I think we have a lot of set pieces, and of course we know that it's important that we improve in this phase of the game, because for me, set pieces can be match winner, can be game changer, and we work hard on it. But again, that's something what won't happen overnight. It's a process. We lost with Pascal, a great taker, so I think he took we saw a statistic about 140 set pieces, 140, and you can't replace it by doing that. You have to build a new taker. You have to know the players, their weapons, who can make the cross to this zone, who can make the cross to this zone, and these are all things where we are in the process at the moment. It takes time. It won't happen overnight, but we keep working on it.
Nottingham Forest have one of the best set-piece takers in James Ward-Prowse. What about their threats? And are you not surprised the way that Nuno has managed to get them to where they are already this season?
No, I'm not surprised. I think they have great individual players. They have a good style of play. They have a good compactness. They defend it quite good. They have very good transition moments. So when they win the ball, it's like going so fast. Then they are in their transition moments. So they made a great start in the Premier League, and I'm not surprised, and it will be a big challenge for us.